Hello, everyone. This is Scott from the Critical Laughter Podcast. We are on level 2 today. 3? Something. I don't know.
It's level 3. I was going to say. I was a little confused, but I thought...
We're having a little bit of deja vu here.
Level 3.
We're having a little bit of deja vu here. So we're on we're on level 3.
Yes, we are.
And my name is, in fact, Scott.
And I'm Grant.
And I'm Craig. So this podcast, we're continuing off of our level 1 podcast where we introduced our characters to you guys. The characters we're actually going to be playing sessions with. We did not have time, however, to finish our character build, so we decided we wanted to finish that so you guys know kind of where we're at. You will have access to our character sheets, but at the same time, we want to make sure that you guys know why we picked what we did and why we think it's a good choice for a beginner level campaign. So let's start it off. We're going to, just so people know, we're going to talk about our feats, our skills, saves, our AC, and hit points. So, who wants to talk about their feet first?
I will go first because I have
mine. I don't know. I have the biggest feet.
Yeah, you do have the biggest feet, but are they pleasant to smell?
Depends on the time of day.
Okay.
Okay, so I have... At level 1, you get a feat. But since my race is human, you get a bonus feat at level 1. So I have 2.
Are you human?
I am human.
Or are you dancing? Don't know how you didn't see that coming.
I should have. Anyway, 2 feats. So the first one I think we may want to discuss a little because of the feat called Antagonize, and it's not in the core rulebook.
Grant cheated.
I got a little distracted. We're trying to keep everything in the core rulebook because that's really the basis of the gaming. But there's a lot of other books that have a lot of other cool stuff.
There are many books in the library.
So far I've kept this one because I felt like it really works with what I'm going for. Basically, Antagonize, I get to insult the enemy, and they will take penalties when attacking anybody other than me.
I'm having a really hard time not making another salt joke. This may happen every time you say insult. I don't know.
But I did that because I figured I'm going to be on the front line. I'm going to try and have the highest armor class, which didn't work for this level, I think. But I also have the highest hit points I can get. And so my job is to take hits. And that doesn't work if they go and attack my teammates instead of me.
Especially the wizard.
Yeah, especially the wizard. Except who has a higher armor class than I do.
Because I'm the wizard.
I have the highest armor class.
You did?
You both have a higher armor classes than me.
No, I beat you guys.
What do you have?
I think I tied you.
Your AC?
Yeah. I either have...
It's either tied or I have higher. I remember you weren't the highest.
I'm 17.
Yeah, we tied.
The only reason why I'm a 17 is because... Nope.
Because you have an insane, dex, don't you?
Yeah.
Maybe I should rearrange some of my stats to get a dex bonus and match you guys.
They're already written. Permanent graphite pencil.
Well, and also, level 1 podcast. I'm not re-recording that again.
That's true.
Level 1 for the 100th time.
No.
Apparently we're old now.
Anyway, I guess I'll talk about AC in a minute. Because it's supposed to be the highest, but I'm the lowest of the party. Somehow. But still pretty good. Anyway, I'm going to get people to attack me rather than my teammates. And then my second feat is Power Attack, which is a must-have feat for anybody who's going to be on the front line, basically. You disagree?
I've never had it.
I disagree.
And what makes you disagree? I'm curious.
Expanded rulebooks. We could go on for hours. Outside of the core rulebook, I disagree with that.
Huh. Interesting.
So,
because it's one of the... I find it to be one of the easiest ways to consistently increase your damage.
Uncanny Dodge is really good for frontline fighters.
That's true, but if you're going to be dealing damage, this increases your damage.
Sneak Attack? That's
true. Sneak
Attack's in the core, so...
No,
you never see it coming.
Well, if you combine Sneak Attack with the feats where you are able to take advantage of flat-footedness...
That's true.
Sneak Attack scales so well.
Yeah, that's true.
So.
I guess I haven't done a rogue yet.
You haven't done a rogue?
No, I haven't.
That's surprising because you've done like almost everything.
Well, I think I made everything when I GM'd.
Yeah.
And I'm sure I.
Did you not make a rogue in that one?
Well, I can't remember if I did, but I have made a rogue, but I've never actually played one.
Was the rogue part of the final boss?
No.
Because I know you did. You finally branched out to spellcasters on that final boss,
Yeah.
and we definitely ruined that for you.
Yeah. No, so I actually
enjoyed it.
Now I remember. Yeah, it was great. I actually do remember. I did make a rogue once for my own enjoyment, but I never really got to play it at all. So sometime I should do that.
Okay.
Too bad I'm already a cleric.
If you want a crap ton of skill points, rogue is definitely the way to go.
No,
to the point where you're like, I do not know what to put my skill into.
Burrito.
Craft burrito. So
Got made a character that had craft burrito.
Yeah, I literally ran. So it was Deadpool. I'm putting it out there. I was playing Deadpool, and rogues get what is it, 8+ intelligence?
Yeah.
Yes.
So 8+ intelligence skill points. That if that means nothing to you, then you'll probably eventually learn what that means. But that's a lot of skill points, and you can only max out your ranks in a skill to how what your level is. So for example, we're at level 1, so you can only have max 1 in each skill point. So let's say you only have 1 intelligence, so you're getting 9. You're getting at least 9 skill points every single time you level up. So if you have a few that you're focusing on, those fill up all quickly, and like you're already at your max, and then you have like 5 or 6 that you don't know what to do with. So then you just start putting them in other ones, and then you eventually get to the point where you have like ridiculous points in like all the necessary skills, and then you still have like 4 you need to apply. So I just started. So there's a blank one that says craft blank. So I did craft burrito. I think I had like 5 or 6 ranks in it.
Didn't we open a burrito shop during the campaign?
Yeah, I opened a black market burrito shop. It's pretty funny.
I planned an encounter around this.
We never
and then you
got
were
to it.
gone.
No, I think we did.
We kind of did. You were gone for the first half, and somebody was taking over your character, and we got to it, and it's like, this was made for Scott.
Yeah, Steven took over for that one, and
we
it
decided,
wasn't as epic. Mm. I remember that because I was going into business with you. We were gonna have fun with that. That's hilarious.
Anyway,
we're getting on to skills.
We will always go off on tangents.
We will
full disclosure.
Okay.
Anyway, so my second feat is power attack. It gives you a slight penalty to your attack bonus, but gives you bonus on damage, and it's really useful for somebody who doesn't have something like sneak attack
or magic.
There's no such thing as magic.
Alright. I guess I'll throw my feats out. So there are 2 feats. I'm not going to go into too detail. The alertness feat and the scribe scroll feat, they're just standard feats that wizards get. Because alertness you get if you have a animal familiar, and the scribe scroll is if you... it's a given feat. All wizards have it. But the one that I chose was improved initiative, and this was one of the things. Being able to act first is one of my specialties. There've been
don't you always take improved initiative?
I usually end up taking it somewhere down the line. My very first campaign, you remember that you were in it, Grant. Remember when we got into the dungeon with the drow, and we fought off a couple of them already, and the very first we rolled for initiative. I happened to roll really well. I didn't have improved initiative at the time. But I ended up running to the room after I disguised myself to look like one of the other drow we had already fought and killed. And I said, "Hey everybody, I found some help." And we skipped the entire combat for what, maybe an hour because of this?
Yeah.
And it was just funny because all of a sudden we completely just threw our, sorry guys, I'm yawning a lot. We threw our GM whole plan under the bus for the day. It was great.
Is it sad that that's kind of our goal as players? Screw up the GM's plan.
Yeah, but yeah, that's my feat, is improved initiative. I guess I should explain what it does. instead of just saying the words.
It improves initiative,
It
obviously.
improves your initiative. So initiatives that you roll a d20, you have an initiative score based on your dexterity. So
it decides who goes first.
it decides who goes first. So I get an additional bonus of +4 to my dice roll. That gives me a total of +8 because of my dexterity bonus, which means anytime I roll a d20, I get to add 8 to my initiative rolls.
+8's pretty big for initiative.
Yes.
Like, we've had a few times get bigger, but that's rare.
Wasn't it one of yours that had the ridiculous
+11
initiative? I remember you. I think it was you. You had a character.
Well, I have the character sheet here.
That just had this ridiculous initiative. Was it your genie guy?
Yeah, I had an Ifrit sorcerer, and through a racial trait and improved initiative and a high dex, I had a +11, which is
so ridiculous.
Monstrous.
You could literally, like, sometimes if you get a bad roll, like for me, I have +3 initiative. Mm-hmm. If I get a bad roll, I might not even get 11, and he just gets 11 straight off the bat. So it's like, that's so ridiculous.
I think one of the big things about initiative is there's not many ways to improve it later. Because, like, it's based on your dex, and then...
Your dex doesn't really change that much.
Well, that and it doesn't hurt in the scaling process. For example, armor class, as you level up and you're not constantly evolving the armor class, we'll talk about this more, you're going to die. But the initiative is something that doesn't need to scale. It is even across level 1 through level 20. It won't change. So, that's my thought. So, you want to talk about your feat?
I would. I'm glad we saved the best for last. Because I have count it, 1 feat.
You didn't get any bonus, like, ranger feats?
I don't think
so.
No,
that doesn't come to
I don't think you get it until later, so it's just... When you guys are talking, like, oh yeah, I got 2, I got 3, I'm like, wow. I'm glad I waited till last to talk about this. So, I took Quick Draw.
Quick Draw's good.
I feel like if you're going to be basing a lot on fighting, Quick Draw is something you need. I mean, I was trying to look at other feats that would go with my character that I'm making, like just would be in line with what he would do. But then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna get 1 feat, and I'm gonna be struggling if I don't take Quick Draw. Which Quick Draw essentially lets you, because normally when you draw a weapon, you have to take
a move action.
So and then you can't attack. With Quick Draw, it's a quick action. I don't know how.
It's quick or free. I can't remember.
Free action. I don't know.
Basically you can still move.
Yeah. So basically, you could draw your weapon and attack on the same turn, which is big.
Actually no. Quick Draw does something different because you could technically move while drawing your weapon.
So it's probably free action.
So Quick Draw, it's better for later on, but it's still good. But when you get your second attack, that's when you want Quick Draw, is because you can't make a full attack if you have to pull your weapon out. You can only do 1 attack, but if you have 3-4 hits, you want to do that full attack. You need that Quick Draw to get your weapon out, and you can start hitting 3-4.
Your weapon, it's because it's usually a move action, right?
It is a move action, but
so
it can be done during a move.
If you have a base attack of +1. So, like, you and I, since we have lower base attacks, we can't do it during a move.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I'm glad I know that now.
Well, interesting. So, it's still
effective. Though.
It's still effective because you essentially don't have to waste half of your turn drawing your weapon. It's just like, it's out. And in fact, I know in a lot of campaigns, I don't even mention I'm drawing my weapon. It's just like, it's pretty much assumed it's out.
Yep. And so, like, I think it'll also help you a lot for your next level. Because next level, you're going to get your 2-weapon fighting feat.
Is it level 2?
Yeah, it's level 2. So you will need that. Like, level 1, it'll be alright, but since you don't get a feat before that,
there's not really any other feats that I can think of that would be very, beneficial at level 1.
Yeah, I think this is honestly one of your best choices.
Yeah.
I mean, especially when we're going with the core rulebook, I could probably find something weird if we spent a lot of time on it.
Craig could find something weird in the core rulebook.
I always will find something weird, guys. Scott made the biggest mistake buying me that magic book.
Was it though?
Define mistake.
See, I don't care about your mistakes. I enjoy your mistakes. In fact, I tend to I tend to encourage and add to your stuff.
I know, but it was still epic
So
beyond reason. So yeah, so feats. So Scott, since we did your feat last, why don't you talk about your skills while we're on you?
My skills, yeah, that we briefly touched on like what skills are before.
Mm-hmm.
This more lines up, I would say, with like the role playing part of it. I mean, like you have stuff like acrobatics, bluff, climb. It's just basic check. These are basic checks for like basic stuff that I think are mostly used in role playing. They're not, sometimes you'll touch upon some of them during battle, but not usually. Mm-hmm. And so as a ranger, I get 6+ int. Ooh. Is that it?
Yeah, rangers get a bunch.
Yeah, so
rangers are one of the highest, I'd say.
So unfortunately, my intelligence is 0, so I don't get any bonus, but I still get 6, which is a decent amount.
Which is more than, actually, kind of.
You probably have a high intelligence.
I have a high intelligence.
That's what.
That's the only reason why I tie you and how many skill points per level.
Yeah. So I get 6+ my intelligence. My intelligence is 0, so I only get 6. So, but Grant and Craig will both attest to this. Because I usually play rangers and rogues who have the highest amount of skill points, I usually tire the skill points really fast because I just run out of places to put them. Like I was discussing earlier with the craft burrito thing. It's like I eventually get to this point where I'm like, I have no clue where to put these 6 skill points.
Well, that and I just remember with the Deadpool character, your perception stat was so high. There was no way you wouldn't notice. Like
the only thing he wouldn't perceive possibly is an equally leveled person who had maxed out ranks in
sneak.
Sneak. What is it called? I can't remember.
Sneak. Stealth.
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 Wow.
Sorry, I've been playing too much Skyrim. I think it's a sneak skill now.
Yeah. The perception was so ridiculous. At first, it was because I was trying to beat out. I made it a personal competition to beat out someone else in the party who had really high perception. Oh yeah, I passed her by a lot. It got to the point where I think she gave up because it was like I got it to be so high.
But there's a point where some skills almost become superfluous,
redundant.
Except for linguistics.
Until you have learned all the languages except for Druidic.
Hey, my level 10 wizard's one language away.
Wow.
From all the core languages, I'm one language away.
Hilarious.
That's awesome.
Actually, 2, because I can't get Druidic. I am still trying to find a loophole for that.
But the skills, they're extremely useful, but there is a point where it becomes redundant, and when you have so many coming in, because you will eventually get to the point where all the skills that you need and you want are high enough, so it's like you either start putting them into random skills just for kicks and giggles, or you just start putting ridiculous ranks into some of them just for fun. Because it is kind of fun to be like, all right, I have a plus 35 to my perception. Do you want me to roll?
Do I need to roll?
Because it's like, is it high? Is the perception higher than 36? Because I'm pretty sure I see it.
I remember when you got mad at Grant one time, and you're like, "How did I not see that?"
Do you remember what that was? I can't remember.
I can't remember what it was either.
The one I do remember is when he didn't, when there was no horde on the dragon. I was so mad about that.
Everyone was mad about that.
What kind of dragon doesn't have a horde?
A celestial one.
That still doesn't explain it. I'm pretty sure a celestial one still will have a horde. It literally had nothing. But anyways, tangents.
So what skills did you ultimately put your one rank into?
So I could only put one rank into them. So I had to choose actually 6 different skills.
Yes.
So what I've been doing more recently, when I first started with Deadpool, and probably even a couple characters after that, I would just put them into sometimes random stuff, or just like I would get meta and be like, I need perception a lot. So, but now I kind of go by my character now. Mm-hmm. So as we mentioned before, my character is like a hippie, likes animals and stuff like that. So I went with that idea in mind and chose skills based on that. So I put a rank into handle animal, which helps you handle animals. Like you use it to help improve the attitude of animals, calm them down or train them. Yeah. So I got a rank into that. I have one rank into knowledge nature. Don't think that needs much explanation.
Know about nature.
Yeah. It's that. And then I have 1 in perception, because regardless of your character, perception is nice to have. Even if you only have 1 rank in it. Because you use perception a lot.
90% of the
Like, it really is.
It was because I did not put ranks in perception.
You didn't put any ranks in perception?
No, I'm not doing it this
You
time.
were not going to perceive anything.
Nope.
I think I know why you're not doing it. Because you know we're doing it.
That's part of it. Also,
We should have just not put ranks into perception and just screwed over everyone.
oh my gosh, our party would be so much fun.
So it's like, wait, Grant, you didn't put any in perception? I was counting on you to put ranks in perception.
Well, I guess I'll explain it when it comes to my turn.
But anyway, so I put 1 in perception. I also put 1 in ride. I put one in survival and swim. So I think this is a first for me for not putting any in stealth. So I usually put stuff in stealth.
Yeah.
Do we not have a stealthy character then?
Oh boy.
Not
we
right
all know
now.
I'm not the stealthy.
It's a class skill, but I didn't put any ranks in stealth because I felt like the other ones would make more sense.
Let's hope we don't have to steal anything.
Also, remember, we are level 1. Level 1 sucks so much. I don't think I said this enough last time. So until level 2, like we're going to level 3 actually.
Well, about level what?
Confusing things, ain't it? Side note, I legitimately don't think either of them know what I'm talking about. I don't even know if I know what I'm talking
Are you
about.
talking about what we name our episodes, or
It doesn't matter.
No.
It really doesn't matter. It wasn't that funny of a joke. It was more funny, I think, that you were that confused on it. But yeah, we're level 1. Like, they should not allow you to do a level 1. That's why I have 1 feet.
Yeah.
1 foot.
Yeah.
1 foot.
Although I will say,
hopping along.
For people starting out, start out at level 1 just so you can get the basics, because it'd be really frustrating to try and get.
So my brother's starting a new campaign. They're doing Dungeons and Dragons version 5. No, version 4. There's no version 5 yet. Would be cool.
Is there not? I thought there was 5th edition.
Maybe there is. He's doing one of the D&D official editions, and he found in the GM guide, you want to start out. The whole point of levels 1 through 5 is for them to learn, for players to learn the character.
Mm-hmm.
It's level 5 through 10 is players to learn the story, and then 10 through 20 is for players to conquer it.
Interesting. That kind of makes sense, though, because I mean, we have done a few campaigns where we started out higher levels, and I did notice that, like, you don't quite know your character.
And the party doesn't know each other either. I felt like that was one of the biggest things we've missed out in our experiences. We never get to know the party. We just make assumptions and go with it.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it depends on the person. I would say don't start higher than level 1 unless you have at least one person who's playing with you that is experienced.
I would recommend starting at level 1 every time.
If it's,
I still wouldn't. It's frustrating. I mean, I guess it depends on the player. I mean, like I said before, I'm more into the role playing, and I feel like you're a lot more limited when you're at level 1 because
I feel like you can role play more.
You want to fight, Craig?
No, I'm being 100% serious.
No, I don't know. I mean, it's difference of opinion. It doesn't actually matter that much. Just personally, I would say if you don't have anyone that's pretty seasoned that can explain stuff to you, I would not recommend starting higher than level 1. But if you do, I would say it's not that big of a deal. But it may be that just the fact that I'm just so frustrated with level 1 every time we do it.
Say what? Let's let the viewers decide. What level should you start at? Should you start above level 1 or at level 1?
If we remember, we'll put a straw poll we'll put a straw poll in the description or whatever, so you guys can go vote on it. But I don't know. That's my thoughts. In this straw poll, I am losing.
Yeah. All right. Is that all your skills?
Yeah, that's all 6 of them.
All 6 of
Thanks, level 1.
I have 3.
Thanks, level 1.
What 3 did you pick?
So let's see. Well, first off,
what's your intelligence?
Cleric, 0.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah. Well, so here's the thing: clerics get 2+ intelligence, and I have a +0 intelligence.
But you could afford a longbow, though.
Yeah. So, however, humans get a bonus skill point each level, which is very useful, especially if you're playing a class that gets very.
So I have a legitimate question.
Yeah.
Why do humans get that, like, all these bonuses?
No. We missed something, guys.
Why?
Favorite class.
Oh, do you
the extra hit point or the
Oh my gosh! I can't
extra
believe-
skill point? We completely missed that.
How did we do that?
We're veterans.
I don't
We've been
think...
doing this forever.
I feel like I should go for a hit point.
I'm going for.
Is there another? I mean, talking out of game here. Is there any skills that we need that aren't addressed already? I mean, we don't have stealth, but I don't think it's really going to come into play yet.
I think for anything, stealth I could probably carry if we needed it, but...
Well, you both have high dex, so a +1 isn't going to do a whole lot.
Well, +1 will do more for him than it will for me.
If I put 1 into stealth, I would get 3, 4... Let's see, 3,
That's
6, 7.
Okay.
Because it's a class skill. +3.
Well, you get... Wait, no, you're right. I forget.
So it's class skill is 3, dex is 3.
5.
What?
Mine would be a 5.
Yeah,
sure.
I would have a 7. I mean, +7 is a max of 27.
I'm going to go with skill point, but not for the stealth.
Yeah, I'm just saying, because for me, I feel like I'm pretty covered for what I want right now. I'm just saying, is there anything that I'm willing to take the skill point? Because I have...
Oh, do what your character needs.
Yeah,
I have 11 total hit points. Thanks, level 1.
I have 13 now with the bonus hit point.
I have 7.
So, well, no, what I'm saying is, I could do either one. I'm just saying, is there something in the party that we need for a skill
To be honest,
that's
we
not
haven't
listed?
fleshed out the story enough to be
So
sure.
pick what the character wants, and we'll survive.
Yeah.
If not,
Scott wants an extra
well,
hit point, because Scott doesn't like 11 hit points.
that's fine. Pick the extra hit point.
I don't blame you.
Okay, so...
I don't really like 12 either, but...
It's one better.
So we talked about hit points. I think we'll just skip that later. So you were talking about your skills. We got distracted.
Yeah. So Scott had a question about why humans get so many bonuses.
Yeah, because I honestly don't know. I've always wondered that.
I don't know if they necessarily get more than other people. It's just they get
a lot of extra though, because you get the extra feat, you get an extra skill point.
Well, it's because you don't get any modifiers to your ability scores. You don't get any extra racial abilities.
You don't get racial abilities. Oh, so that evens it out.
So
okay, that makes more
elves get
sense.
proficiency with weapons. You get an extra language.
You get the
immune to magic,
low light
sleep,
vision,
and enchantment.
Yeah.
immune to magic, +2 enchantment. Yeah.
And
Okay, that makes
like,
more
the main
sense.
thing is
It's
they get the feat at level 1 and
The extra.
So it does even out
Yeah.
because you get that stuff instead of all the racial traits like low light vision and stuff like that. That makes more sense.
Yeah.
Just because I guess I forget about that because some of that stuff never comes into play. So it's like even in a place that has like low light, sometimes the GM doesn't even remember, and it's just like we just assume everyone can see.
Yeah.
we'll need to try and keep that.
I have 45 perception. I don't care what my vision is. I can see it.
You close your eyes and sense the rotation of the earth.
So I have 3 skills. I have diplomacy, which I picked partly because clerics should probably be diplomatic, but also it's connected to the antagonized skill I have before. Apparently being diplomatic... What did I say?
You said skill.
No, the feat I have. Apparently being diplomatic helps you insult people somehow.
Being diplomatic means you know
diplomatic
how
insult.
to insult people and how
That's
not
true.
to insult people.
So,
It's a reverse skill trait.
yeah. But so it's also beneficial because it'll hopefully get like the local sheriff on your side and not get you.
I'm kind of worried that Grant's insulting person is the diplomat.
He can be diplomatic when the situation arrives.
See, I wouldn't choose.
Tell
I
me
don't think
about
I would
your
choose
last
diplomat.
cleric you made who tried to be a diplomat.
That's because he looked like a demon.
That was hilarious. That was the best.
I had so many bad rolls with that.
It was so funny.
It was awful. Like, this guy was trying to be nice, but he looked like a demon, and he rolled bad on diplomacy.
Was that in your campaign, Craig?
It wasn't Greg's campaign.
That was with Lainey. That was
That was with Leanie.
was that before she took the vow of silence?
Yeah,
though?
Yes.
it was before.
So yeah, she could talk. I don't know why I've never was diplomatic. I don't remember.
All right.
So diplomacy, and then I didn't quite know what to do with the other ones, but I mean, I took knowledge religion because I'm a cleric and it makes sense for him to know something about religion. Oops, knocked over my dice. And then I also took linguistics, And one of the bonuses about linguistics is for each rank, you get to learn an extra language. So I figured that makes sense because he's going to want to know how to talk to and insult people in different languages.
Yeah?
How many languages do you have again?
I just have 2.
Okay.
Oh. That's okay.
Besides Common or
I have Common and Elvish.
Okay.
Which works
Do we,
since you
we
both
all
have
have Common and Elvish.
Well, Craig has everything else.
Not yet. I need more levels for that. Okay,
Our
so
diplomat can't speak.
I picked skills based on my character's story rather than what I personally do. So,
how many skills did you get?
I got 6.
Okay.
It's 2
That's
plus
right.
intelligence.
That's right. We discussed it.
So, I picked appraise. I picked knowledge.
Praise is such an underutilized skill. I feel like
I know, that's why I picked
an
it.
underrated skill.
I'm going to delve into the mystery of appraise. I picked knowledge arcana. I picked a knowledge local, linguistics, like Grant mentioned, extra language, forgery, which is what I want to use it for. Also, because I'm a scribe. I picked perception. That was my only non-class skill I picked because I'm going to be looking for books and things like that. I need to know.
I mean, and like we said before, perception is used a lot, so it's good to have at least one rank in perception.
That is true.
Also, not putting a rank in perception was actually deliberate choice on my part because he just doesn't seem like a guy who cares. Well, as long as somebody can point him to what to hit and who to insult.
And this is our diplomat. And
this is where things got interesting. I put a rank into profession, guys.
What?
Profession?
I put it into profession.
Wow.
Actually, full disclaimer, I do have a character that has profession, but it's my pirate queen, so she had profession sailor.
Yeah. I am a profession of a scribe.
There you go.
I bet you guys didn't see that coming.
What? You know, I feel like, at least in the rules I've read, there's never been specific enough rules to make profession useful.
It is. Any downtime.
That's true, but it's
also profession sailor is used because I think you need it if you want to. I think there's certain scenarios where you need to be profession sailor. I think specifically if you want to captain a vessel that's larger than like a rowboat, you have to have profession sailor. I think.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I don't know if you have to do checks for it, but I know you have to have at least one rank in it.
It makes sense because I just think it's one of those things that doesn't get utilized enough in role playing. Like
I think you
can do downtime, but frankly, what you can earn during downtime is minuscule compared to it's like 2 silver.
I'm going to explore the profession. And
I think there is scenarios for it. I just don't think we've ever come across them.
We will now.
Because I think there is. It wouldn't be there if it was a completely useless skill.
Yeah, it wouldn't. And also, just my last skill because I put my extra bonus for my preferred class into skills. So I have spellcraft as well, which is essential if you're going to use magic. I've got to be able to identify somebody else while they're casting a spell and know, do I need to counter it, and do I have the ability to counter it?
Grant's constant detect magic isn't going to be enough.
No. Detect magic is too slow, actually. Spellcraft means, as you cast the spell, I recognize the language you're using, the motions.
I get it. It was a stab at Grant, who always does detect magic.
Yep.
I spam
which
that.
I am not going to use. I have it. I'm not going to use it.
I might try to hold back on it a little, because I think I spammed it a little too much.
If it goes with your character, just do it.
I know. I'll have to decide. I haven't fleshed out this guy as much as I probably should have.
All right, so
Cameron won't need detect magic. He relies on the magic of nature.
We got 3 saves we need to talk about: Fortitude, Reflex, and Will. Which one do you want to talk about, Scott?
Let's. We can talk about it. We probably should keep brief because we are pushing it.
Brief, short, to the point.
So, Fortitude. You said Fortitude, Reflex, and Will.
Yeah.
I'll just briefly go over all of mine.
Well, no, don't go over your scores. Go over the category. We're not going to mention the scores.
I don't. Honestly, I don't know. I don't know. I feel like I know enough about the skills.
Talk about Reflex then.
Do you know?
You know what? You've used Reflex a lot.
It's. I don't.
Okay.
You're fine. It's been a while.
Yeah.
It's been. I haven't played in a campaign for a really long time.
So basically, there are just certain situations in which you will use these saves. So like Fortitude, that would be something like if you ate something bad. And if you roll high enough on your fortitude, you won't get sick. Or if you get poisoned, that's probably...
Addicted to drugs.
Or addicted to drugs.
Hit really hard.
That's true. If you get hit really hard and you're dying, you need to make a fortitude save in order to stop dying.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
Or even if they just hit you really hard, yeah.
And then with the reflex save, just really briefly, it's how well you can avoid certain things. Certain spells, you have a chance to dodge because of a reflex save. Or, dodging a trap that's sprung on you last minute. 4 drops, how fast can you recover before you're gone and hit the spikes at the bottom? Little things like that.
Yeah. This won't be stuff like dodging arrows, because that relies on your armor class.
Which we'll briefly talk about.
What about dodging rain droplets?
No.
You can try.
If it was
What
one
if I was
rain
diminutive?
droplet and it was an area attack spell, then yes.
What if I was diminutive?
We will.
All right,
What
and
if I
then
was the
the
same size as the rain droplets?
last one is the will save. This is your mental fortitude, basically. Any attacks on your mind.
Yeah.
This is how you
So if someone
defend.
tries to mind control you, or...
My will is always terrible.
Mind control.
So yeah, let's see. I've actually, I know as clerics get decent fortitude and will, but lousy reflex, because we're not made to dodge.
Wizards, all in will. No reflex, no fortitude.
I've never had a high will. Ever.
Yeah, that happens.
I have a will of 1 right now.
What's your other score that has a 1 in it then?
Well, because I have at the base is. Oh wait, that's different. I must have changed that because I put 0, so that's actually 2.
Okay.
That's not...
So, you know what? I probably thought it was intelligence, and I put it down.
Okay.
So I lied. I have 2.
And then I guess just to wrap up, Scott, do you want to talk a little bit about armor class, and then we'll just wrap up this podcast?
Sure. So armor class is pretty much what it sounds like. It's your armor. That's basically when you're in a fight. That's what they use to determine whether they can hit you or not. And it's the way it's laid out is you have an armor bonus from whatever armor you choose. So, as an example, I don't remember what I chose. I chose a chain shirt, and so I get a +4 to my armor class from that. And then you also use your dexterity because I guess it's also how well you can dodge it. Whatever, man. And then you just get a base +10 to whatever it is. So I have an AC of 17. So basically where that's going to come into play is during battle when you're being attacked before they can, you pretty much assume that they're going to hit you in some form regardless. It's just whether it's enough to go through your armor and hurt you.
Yeah.
So they have to go, if they have to roll to beat your armor class, if it's higher than your armor class, you're going to take damage. If it's lower, you're not going to take any damage.
Yeah. And so actually that's why my armor class, one of the reasons, so I actually have the lowest armor class, and that's because I have 0 dexterity bonus. So I have the biggest, heaviest armor out of our whole party.
What did you choose?
I
forgot.
Hold on, what was it? It is chainmail. So, full body chainmail. That gives me +6 to my armor, but I can't dodge anything. So
I'm surprised you didn't get a shield.
I thought about it, but you need a free hand to spellcast.
Chainmail is so much more effective, especially when other people respond to it.
Don't be that person.
Yeah. So I have the biggest armor, but these guys both have much better dexterity than I do, so they beat me out. Just barely.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I'm a wizard with a 17 AC.
So yeah, that's impressive.
That's good.
So, to be fair, and I am taking a spell penalty, so one thing you need to know about armor is if you're an arcane spellcaster, sorcerer, wizard, you're in for some penalties, because I now have a spell failure. I have to, every time I cast a spell while wearing armor, I got to roll for that spell failure.
And you have a 1 in 10 chance, I think?
I think currently right now I'm up to 15%.
Oh, wow.
Why do you suppose that is? That it has the spell failure?
It distracts.
It distracts because
and it limits your movements, I think, a little bit.
Oh, okay.
Which I'm kind of wondering why they don't have that for the clerics and the paladins.
Because it's divine.
Well, yeah, but so like, what makes divine spellcasting
prayer.
different? That's true. That makes sense.
Living on a prayer.
Oh, whoa. We're halfway there.
And then I think the last thing we wanted to talk about is HP, which is just...
We've hit that one.
Oh, did we?
Yeah,
I
we
just
kind of
was-
talked about hit points and when we remember
That I now have
favorite
12.
I have 13.
and I'm at 7. So I guess one thing is, barbarians will have the most. They get a hit die of
D12.
D12.
So great.
Wizards have the lowest. They have the hit die of a D6.
Yeah.
So just some, and sorcerers.
Rangers are like in the middle.
They're on the upper end.
The upper middle.
Yeah,
upper
and I'm on the lower middle.
Mm.
I have a D8 as a cleric.
How much do rogues get?
They're also D8.
Are they 8? Yeah.
Yeah.
They're upper mid.
So yeah, well, those are all our base stats kind of covered. We mentioned before, we're going to put these online. You're going to have access to see them, see what we're doing with. We'll keep those posted for you, so you can see kind of where we're at. Yeah, any last thoughts, guys?
No, I think we pretty much covered everything. And I think the next episode, which if you didn't listen to level 2, the actual level 2, not the fake one, we mentioned that we're going to be doing a discussion every other podcast. So our next podcast will actually be another discussion. We'll probably, I think we're going to be going more into depth on what we talked about in the level 2 podcast. So yeah, watch out for that one, and then we'll be back with the campaign in level 5. Yeah.
So yeah, we're actually gonna play something. So you guys have listened to us drone on long enough. It's time for you to listen to us actually play a game.
Drone on about playing.
Yeah. The first little bit will probably be going over some of the playing rules that we've set on ourselves. But we will. I think we'll definitely get into at least a little bit of the first game.
Yeah. So definitely.
So yeah. I mean, if that's all, I think we'll go ahead and wrap it up. I've been Scott.
I'm Grant.
And I'm Craig.
And hope you all have a great rest of your day.